Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, nice to meet you. My name is Reija and I'm a huge makeup and especially colorful eyeshadow addict. Today I'm going to do you a little like and get ready with me, doing my base with just some products that I love, and I'm talking about my mental health, as you saw from the title. So if you don't, I'm giving you a huge trigger warning. I'm not, saying anything terrible things, but if you feel like you could get triggered by talking about mental health problems, then please stop watching the video now. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I'm of course listing everything that I used also in the eyes at the end of to the description box. I did use the Unearthly Cosmetics in the dark palette, and that video will be coming soon, but this video will come. I think there will be is it too old for Friday in between. But yeah, that's what we are going to do today, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new upload. And let's go put some makeup on. Okay, let's start with the base then, and I'm just using some of my favorites and such, except the blush from Unearthly. And let's talk about my mental health. So if you don't want to hear about it, then you don't have to watch this video, but I have to kind of explain what's happening here. But let's start with the primer. But I'm not going to, I'm using the e.l.f. gripping primer because they finally came into Finland in Prisma, but it's expensive AF. So yeah, I know I've been talking about my mental health like a little bit, that I haven't been feeling good, and then I have been feeling better, and then I haven't been feeling good again, and it's like my mood just keeps going back and forth. Let me just say that I'm going to list everything that I use in the description box, and this eye look, yes, I filmed it, but it's not live yet. It will be coming shortly. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell a bit of the backstory. So I have been diagnosed with depression and borderline disorder, and I have had my depression since I was 19, and I'm 39 now, so 20 years. And last year at fall, I was kicked out from the psych clinic because they said that they don't have anything they can do anymore. Everything else has been tried with me except the psychotherapy, like real therapy, and it's been so like I got the therapy once, and then when I was looking for the therapist, then I got a letter that the money has run out, and I'm not going to get the therapy. And then after that, it has been pretty much that I have been in too good condition for therapy or in too bad condition for therapy, and then they have made it so that if there's like no hope for getting back to the work, then you don't get it, because the point of it is to rehabilitate you to be able to work. So, and I've been like all these 20 years, I'm sometimes in better shape and sometimes in worse shape. I have been in school and I have to stop the school because of my condition. I have stopped 2 schools, high school and then car mechanic school because of my illness. Now in 2019 I graduated as a car seller, but after that I haven't done anything. I've been just home. So it's like I kind of feel hopeless at this point because it's been continuing so long. I have fallout in here. So yeah, then this summer, last summer, I applied for a sickness retirement, and that decision came out this week. Today is Sunday and you're seeing this the next Wednesday. So, and it was declined, I didn't get it. So now I have to go to the, no, I don't know what they call it in other places, but we call it työkkäri. But it's like a job office system, and they are now then starting to investigate my working ability. So I go to a rehabilitating job, and just a warning that it may affect my video filming possibilities, or then I might start to film at evenings more, because usually I film at morning, but we'll see. So yeah, not all hope is lost for me to get the retirement, but it's really ridiculous that I have had this illness for 20 years. I've never been able to work in a work that I would get paid for. I have been in work practice and such, but not like a real job. So it's a bit like, and then if I apply to work and they ask me that what have you been doing for the last couple years, and you know, if I say that yeah, I have depression and I've been out of the loop, and then say that I applied for retirement and it got declined, who do you really honestly think that someone would hire me? Like really? After that, I don't think so. And also the fact that I've never been in a real job. So I don't know. And so my main problems are that it's very hard for me to get to do things like start filming. I have to really decide, now you have to go film and such. So, and for the last week, like I said, I haven't done any makeup. I've been so tired. I've been sleeping most of the days, and just you know, I have had quite bad anxiety attacks, and I had to use my anxiety medicine. Like, you know, if you follow me on Instagram or somewhere, you know that I have had a lot of problems with sleeping because of my restless feet syndrome. And now I've been just sleeping everything. Like, it's so weird. And like in the Misas, a Patreon chat, one had asked at night around, I can't remember what time it was in there, but asked that, where is Rhea? Normally she's awake this time, and that night I actually slept 11 hours. So then I, at the morning, answered her that, yeah, I was sleeping, I slept 11 hours. So yeah, it's, the mental health is, and it's also one thing in Finland that is, I think, ridiculous, is that if you get sickness retirement, they stop treating you because there's no hope for you to get in the shape that you could work anymore. So they completely stop treating you, which is ridiculous, unless you have something really serious like psychosis or so severe depression that you need a hospital care. But the problem is that I'm like in the middle. I'm not in a very, very bad condition, but I'm not also in very good condition, and it has been going like this for years. So like I'm like a something that they don't know what to do with me. That, you know, I'm not, and in the decision, the retirement decision, it read that I am not in bad enough condition for retirement, and I'm very young still. But then there was like that you are in too bad condition for rehabilitation, and that was like, really? Are you really, like, and that's not the first time that has happened to me that they say this. So it's ridiculous. And all of these years I've done a lot. I've been really in better, but like now that I graduated in 2019, my school lasted 2 years, and until the last spring, like beginning of the year of 2019, I was able to do school, but we had very short days. Then I went to work. I was doing 6 hours a day, and then I started to go in the bad condition again. Like it's been like that all the time, that I can about manage the school, but then when I have to go to work, then the problems begin. So, and that happened now too. And then it was like situation that, do I have to stop the school again? But luckily I have to drink. But luckily I had just very nice teacher and very nice boss, and they both understood my situation. So then I got a permission to do 3 days a week. So I did 3 days a week for the rest of the school year. And that's how I managed to graduate. So now they are saying that their work practice would be like 4 hours a day, 2 or 3 days a week. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's what been, and like lately I have gotten really worse. I have had very bad anxiety attacks, and then I have had to take my anxiety medicine, and then the problem with that is that it causes me the restless feet. So it's been like an witch circle, if you know what I mean. So we'll see what happens now. I really hope that everything will come together and we'll get to the conclusion of working. And like really the problem has always been that I can manage about a year or 2 years and then I break down and my mental health break down. So that's been a bit of a problem. I am quite blush heavy, but I want to show you a bit of the unearthly blush in the shade Shy. This is very pigmented. Of course I have cream underneath, but in the other look that I have done with this palette, well, you see it in the video that is coming. There probably is there will be the Is It Too Old for Friday in between of these two videos. Let me just so yeah, that's like also I have had some very bad thoughts in my head, but I can assure you that I would never ever do harm to myself. Never ever, because I really love my son and my boyfriend. I just couldn't do that, and I have never ever been able to hurt myself either. Like I haven't been cutting myself or anything like that over the years, so you don't have to worry about that. And if that situation would come that I would want to do that, then I would go to the ER to get some help. But yeah, I've never been the kind of person that I would hurt myself. I haven't used this Lottie London highlighter in so long, and I was so obsessed with it when I got it. Even though it's very glittery, it doesn't look bad on the skin, like overly glittery. Okay, now I have done my base and, well, lips. Yeah, I'm going to film the other video at the end now, and then of course I'll come back with the finished look for you too. Okay, here is the finished look today. You saw everything I applied except the lipstick and eyeshadows. For the lipstick I used the shade Jasmine at the end from Unearthly Cosmetics, because I didn't think the shade Mandy would go with this look. And then I did a little ombre with lip liner. And used sheen lashes and sheen earrings and sheen shirt and yeah. But yeah, this is a little story about my mental health situation and what it has been in the past. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new upload. And we will see you hopefully very soon. Bye!